there, you delightful individuals. I'm hoping that the volumes are all right. This has been a very much a hashtag job type thing. I think they're okay. I think we should be all right. I think we should be okay. I think we should be okay. How's it going, you delightful individuals? This is going to be the first and possibly the only Bound Vein cooking stream that's ever happened or ever will happen. I'm not going to lie to you. Let me say hello to people if I can get this to work. How's it going, Mom Duke Spike, Kaleidoscope, Vortex, Gen Rising, Controversial Turtle, Ampera's Jam. It's Zadine, how you doing? Purple Bat, Camden Bambi's Revenge, and anybody else who happens to be lurking here today. I'm a chef. Look, I got a hat and everything. I got a hat and everything, right? The way this works. This is the way this works. The only thing that I have done that like between like prepping and stuff like that is I've peeled the potatoes. That is literally it. I peel my potatoes with a knife because I think it's better than peeling potatoes with a potato peeler. Potato peelers are just a bit unruly. They're a bit unruly. I don't trust them at all. I don't trust them at all. You know. I've got my little phone here so I can check out chat here. And I've got my little laptop that sounds like it's about to take off so I can check my chat here. You know. Lurking with pride, lurk away, friends. That's all right. What do you mean I can't cook? Controversial turtle. See you, cheeky devil. What do you like? What do you like coming over here telling people I can't cook? It's just ridiculous. Rude, if anything. Rude, you know? Still dizzy, but less nauseous. That's always a good thing, Dean. That's always a good thing. Let me put this kettle on, okay? Because I need to start boiling spuds, because they take fucking forever. So, you know. Been lurking since you started the tweet. I'm glad to hear it, Vein Paint. I mean, that means that you're really eager for what we've got. I'm now, actually, do you know what I'm really hoping? I'm really hoping that I have enough, like, ingredients to do all the things that we're going to do. We're making a vegetarian shepherd's pie today, people, made with real shepherds. Made with real shepherds. What can I say? It's the way that it's the way that we work, you know. Mirror, mirror in the landscape. Well, just in case, you see, this is the thing. Just in case anybody subscribes, I kind of need to make sure that the mirror's there. The mirror's there, you know. We're going to do the entire stream from the kitchen because it's a real pain in the ass to move everything back over to where it was originally. However, don't forget that we are doing like a little thing later on, where I'm going to, after we finish stream today, I'm going to chill out for a bit, probably eat some of the food that I've already cooked, because, you know, and then later on this evening, I'm going to jump into the Discord. I'm going to jump into like the little Discordy area where I'm going to turn my camera on. And if anybody wants to come and join us, you're more than welcome to. We'll have a chill out and have a bit of a laugh and do stuff that we've done many times before. Because it's been a long time since we've done like a proper Discord chill out, you know what I mean? It's been a long time. And you say you can't, you live on toast and pizza. Don't shoot the turtle. I mean, I can cook, I just don't. That's the difference. That's the difference. I will do my best to catch up with chat as we're going, people. Because I know that it's gonna be an odd one, do you know? And how's it going, Crop Duster? Nice talking to you. That's really loud. I can hear it from all the way over there. Thanks, you, Serenity Wild. Serenity Wild. Come here, Cheeky Devil. Come here, you. Oh my lordy. Anonymous caused a sheer unrefined screech. God damn it, Anonymous. Good. Confound you. Now I've boiled the kettle. Do the things. Do the thing. Let your body swing. I've made lots of spuds, as you can see, you know. I thought it was going to be a naked chef episode. I was tempted to go for the mankini and the chef hat. I thought that might be great, but then I checked with Twitch, and Twitch were like, nah, you can't have it, you know. Normally I have my kettle here, like where the laptop is.
Subscribed, most kind.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Cooking for Noobs.
Cooking for noobs. Oh dear me. Right. Cooking for Noobs, anonymous gifter, you cheeky devil. I shall now inscribe Cooking for Noobs on the Mirror of Vein. looking for noobs, your name is now inscribed on the Mirror of Fame, which means you get early access to all my YouTube videos, access to my personal Snapchat, but it's not a bum Snapchat, cheek devil. I know I look very sexy in this chef's outfit, but come on now, play the game. And of course you get access to all those sexy little emotes, but the most important thing is you gotta roll over every morning, look in the mirror, and go, God, I look rough. But goddamn, do I make rough look good. Ooh, sexy, ooh, yes, meow. You know? Realize now I need to wipe that surface down as well. That's annoying. Don't fall over. Make sure that your cooking area stays nice and clean, friends, you know? All about the nice and cleanliness. Thank you very much, Anonymous, for that cheeky little gifted sub. I appreciate that. Dress up in your chef's outfit and give away 2 French chef kisses. Oh my lordy, I like that. I like that, French John. That's great. That's a great party there, you know? Now if I've done that, let's just get that going. Get that going so that it's doing its thing, you know? Bit of salt and pepper in there.
Subscribed. Most kind.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Sexy Chef.
The Sexy Chef? Oh my lordy, now I've got to do this again. I'm gonna do it. Can I do it this side? Is there enough? Alright, okay. See if we can get away with this. So that I don't have to keep wiping down the thing. I shall inscribe the name of Sexy Chef upon the Mirror of Vein. By having your name upon the Mirror of Vein, it means you get early access to all my YouTube videos, access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. I see you and your excitable ways. And of course you get access to all the sexy little emotes, but the most important thing, you gotta roll over every morning, look in the mirror, go, God, I look rough. God damn, do I make rough look good. Ooh, sexy, ooh, yes, meow, you know? That over there, as it were. Thank you very much, Anonymous, for that cheeky little one as well. I appreciate it. Nearly a bum Snapchat. It's not a bum Snapchat. Again, it's not tier 4. It's not bum Snapchat. Only tier 4 get bum Snapchat, you cheeky devils. What do you like? That's just gonna sit and boil for absolutely fucking ages. We're making shepherd's pie today, people. Which means, I need some stuff from the fridge. Get one of those. One of these, and I'll grab them in a second. So there we go, there's all the peel from earlier. There's the peel, you know. In other news, Yarn and new creature hits a rip. Huzzah! That's amazing. That's fantastic. So any wild, I can't do the close-up, but what I'll do is I'll go, whoa! I'm over here getting cheeky smolder, I see. I can't say I blame you. This delicate face. All snazzy and... Gosh darn it! You know? So I've got a red onion, and I've got a brown onion. Knives. Everything moves around. Everything moves around because, you know... Now there's apparently secrets to cutting onions, where it comes to, like they say, if you leave on the root, you will not cry. They also say if you suck on a teaspoon, you will not cry. And they say if you, like, cover it in water, that it means that the fumes make the acid, the water around the onion turn into the acid as opposed to anything else. But I'm gonna do all 3 of those things, you know? Just for the extra oomph, you know? Hantai Yuri, come here, cheeky devil. Come here. What do you like? A kaleidoscope vortex? I see what's going on. Gotta be very careful, you see, not to directly kiss the hand, because germs and contagions and all that jazz, you know? You know? Chaos, it is. Maximum chaos. There are 100 ways to cook an egg. This is definitely, I do not know 100 ways to cook an egg. I know maybe 5. Scrambled, omelette, poached, fried, and fucked. Those are the only ways that I know how to do eggs. eggs, you know? Up close and personal, you know it. You know it. The only way I do anything around here. She sells seashells on the seashore. The shells that she sells are seashells, I'm sure. But if she sells seashells on the seashores, then I'm sure she sells seashore shells. Every mistake you take, simple. I know that one quite well. I know that one quite well because of for the Arta stuff, you know. But I do like it. I do like it. There's another one that I love with the big black bug bit, the big black bear, and the big black bear bled bright red blood. That's always a good fun one, you know. You know. But how's everyone doing? I realise that I'm gonna get distracted with cooking and stuff, but I'll try and talk people through stuff as I'm doing it. But you know, I'll yeah. How's everyone doing? Did everyone have a good day? Don't forget that tomorrow, people, we've got our Jackbox event going on. Do some Jackbox TV. I've got to move all this shit back into the other room. It's always going to be an interesting endeavour. You know? Day was alright. My morning was pretty busy because I was like, oh my god, I've got to work out how to make cooking streams and stuff. You know? Cuddle pile? Yeah! Exclamation mark, join the pile. And it'll take you to the cuddle pile, you know? The way that we roll things. Is Richard out? Can you see Richard? Is he out? He's been very adventurous recently. He's been very like wandering. He does a lot of wandering recently. I really should have made like a menu command, shouldn't I? That's what I should have done. This is like my recipe of this as well. There's my tablespoon, teaspoon. There's my teaspoon to suck upon. Apparently you don't cry if you suck on teaspoons. This is a future reference. What I could do with as well is a couple of bowls for my relative ingredients. Yes, they will do very nicely indeed. You know? So, they said that the best way to do it is to have your onions, keep the little root bit on, and cover them in water. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to slice them in half, but at a weird angle. I like to slice it at this angle. So I feel like a samurai, you know? It makes me feel very powerful indeed. It also means that I can keep both the root and the tip bit on. The tip bit, without having to worry so much. How's it going, Sammy? Still in bed, may or may not have just woken up. Can't confirm or deny anything. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. I wouldn't confirm or deny anything either. Covered the white mushroom, brown mushroom, white mushroom. I can't remember whatever mushroom it is. Whatever mushroom this one is. Those mushrooms, I'm gonna call these mushrooms because then maybe you people will stop like talking about mushrooms so much. That was my theory anyway. That was my theory, you know? And the red mushrooms, yeah, got those. And confirm, that's alright. That's okay. And I tend to slice thinly into like little diced cubes. Especially for the red onion, I like red onion. It has a much nicer flavour going on. You know? How's it going, Nosferatu? Well, this is new. Well, this is what you wanted. This is what you people wanted, right? You wanted the I put it to the vote of what you wanted to see, and you were like, Chef Stream! I was like, alright, if that's what you want. How's it going, Nosferatu? Blue Ace, how you doing? Haven't been here in a while, it's been a long time. I'm glad that you decided to come back to us. I know that many people don't. I'm not everybody's cup of tea after all, you know? Not everybody's cup of tea. Cheeky. Oh, lost a bit of onion. Lost a bit of onion, friends. Lost loads of onion, friends. It's alright, it's okay. And due to the delightful nature of this little trophy area here, it means that I can slide it delightfully into this bowl, this pre-prepared bowl. It means that I don't get shit all over the counter, you know? How delightful and amazing. Oh, aren't I a wizard, you know? Menu, cooking a vegetarian. Oh my god, thank you very much. Thanks, Mods, for sorting that out for me. I really appreciate it. Loving the look today. Well, you know, Pineapple Pappy, this is what we end up eventually doing sometimes, you know? Generalizing, you're a wizard and a glorious human being. I appreciate it. People, I'm gonna miss things as we chat away, but I will do my best to keep on top of stuff. But just bear with me, you know. Just bear with me. Now, with these, I was taught by a chef that with onions like these, you take 2 layers off. You take off like the outer layer when it's where it's going brown and stuff, and you should also take out.
Ooh, you little stalker.
Thank you very much for the follow, you delightful individual. I won't call your name out just in case you're lurking, but welcome to the cult of Ving, the home of hedonism in the most chef's variety. But yeah, they said that, so this chef that I was speaking to said you should take off both layers, because the outer layer and the next layer down have been, I don't know, corrupted with sin or something like that. Something along those lines, you know? Which means that I can get the delightful, innocent version of this without all of that jazz, you know. I was gonna do the magic trick, the old wives' tale of sucking a spoon to stop yourself from crying, you know. Oh, good, here, stuck in Germany this week for work. Evening curfew means I'm stuck in the hotel room all night. Wish I was home. Oh my lordy Nosferatu, what a pain, you know. Haven't been back because your account got banned. Oh no, Blue Ace. What? Why did it get banned? You don't have to tell us. But why? I'm intrigued. You know. How's it going, Nezat? How you doing? Think calling onion mushrooms will satisfy. Yeah, look at these. I'm slicing these mushrooms. Hi, Earth. Look at these mushrooms. Dice that shit up, nice and smooth. You know? Are you saying that me calling these mushrooms won't satisfy you? Is that what you're telling me, Jen? Is that what you're saying? That's just rude. Straight up rude. I heard that. couldn't tell you if it was I couldn't tell you if it was the spoon that was working or the fact that like the scientific method of covering them in water, because apparently the idea is that the fumes of an onion make the liquid in your eyes turn to like slightly acidic. So if you cover them in water, it makes the water around it acidic. And my eyes sting a little bit, like a tiny little bit, but not hugely. Do you know what I mean? How's it going, Dapper Dame? Thank you very much for the shout out for Dapper Dame. You see food? Yes, we are making food. We are making a vegetarian shepherd's pie today on the request. We're doing a cooking stream on the request of chat. They won it after hitting the last donation goal, which is, again, thank you massively for that. I really, really appreciate it. And now we are...
Subscribed. Most kind.
Stream title Spoon with Valen.
Spoon with Valen. That's a much better idea. That is a much better idea. I like that a lot. Although saying that, we're only going to use a spoon for a little while, and then what we're going to do. Do you know what I mean? Then what we're going to do. People go check out Dapper Dame. Dapper Dame is one of my favourite people in the world, so you should do that. You know what I mean? You should just do that. Trust me. Just trust me. Especially after yesterday, where Dapper Dame played a game that I think it's fair to say she didn't hugely enjoy, to be fair, you know? Max Wattage, thank you very much, you glorious human being. Let me... Where's that? Just... Oh, it's here. Max Wattage, I shall now inscribe your name on the fucking huge mirror of vein. By having your name on the huge mirror of vein, it means you get early access to all my YouTube videos, access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. I see you. And of course you get access to all those sexy little emotes, but the most important thing, you gotta roll over every morning, look in the mirror, and go, God, I look rough. But goddamn, don't make rough look good. Ooh, sexy, ooh, yes, meow, you know? Right, I better put this back up here, otherwise I will forget where it is, you know? Get some garlic. Oh god, that game. You brought a mirror? I had to bring a mirror. Of course I did. Well, for starters, this is like the most undecorated like kitchen known to man. So I had to do something. I had to do something to spice it up a little bit, you know. That game, I love that game. I maybe just because I'm a dark and tormented human being, you know. Maybe because I'm so dark and tormented. You may be asking why I'm using so much ingredients, because I don't cook small, people. I don't know how to cook small, so I will be cooking an entire wok full of stuff, you know? It'll be worth it in the end. It'll be worth it in the end. Trust friends, alright? Bit dry and husk-like, but that's okay. That's alright. One garlic, two garlics. One garlic, two garlics. Not entirely sure. I haven't decided yet. How's it going, Mad Tech? Yeah. Cooking. I can cook. It does happen occasionally, you know. It does happen occasionally. Where my fingers start to smell like garlic for the next 9 years. Move on. My only question is, big spoon or little spoon? I am partial to being big spoon. I am partial to being a big spoon. I cannot lie. It feels right. Thinly slice the garlic as thin as possible so you get maximum flavour all over your fingers, cheeky. You have a dog door? Yeah, I think it's like a cat doll. I think it's specifically more for the feline of varieties, but I do not own... Like, that's for when Richard goes out a murdering, you know? Because Richard needs to go a murdering, otherwise he might get bored and murder me, and I don't think I could deal with that. I don't think I could deal with the murder aspect of having a pet lobster, you know? You're cooking? We are cooking a vegetarian shepherd's pie today, made with real vegetarian shepherds, as was pointed out earlier. Thank you very much. Made with real vegetarian shepherds. Do we have a smaller garlic? That one looks relatively. That one is not relatively small. It lied. Okay. Should just use a big one instead, but never mind, we use this one. You know? Ooh, can you have some? Yeah. I mean, I'm probably going to cook enough for about 200 people, so... I can't see there being a problem with that. You know? How's it going on the one twitching? How you doing? Cat flap. Cat flap. Yes, it is a flap for my cat that I do not own. You know? One of those. I use a 1.5 little garlic cloves. I feel like 1.5 will do nicely. Don't play with knives, kids. Don't play with knives. I've got that simmering away nicely, which is all of the spuds that you would need. Does anybody not know what a shepherd's pie is? Does anyone not know what a shepherd's pie is? How's it going, Bobby Ann? Cooking, yes. So basically, we hit a donation goal, and I put it up to the vote as to what we were going to do, what special thing we were going to do, and the cooking stream came up. So now we're cooking. Now we're starting it all off. Now I will confess now, this is where like the Philistine aspect comes into my cooking. I pretty much cook everything in a wok. Like, any kind of sauces there are, anything that I'm making for a mass amount of people, it's like halfway between a pot and a pan, and I just find it the most useful to cook at all, you know? So for all those people that are about to have a massive go at me, I know it's a wok. I'm aware that this is a thing, you know? Fancy. Fancy oily goodness from a tiny little container. It's a pie you cook your neighbor into, right? That's exactly what it is. That is quite literally exactly what it is. You turn to your neighbor, who naturally is a shepherd, and you go, "Hey, you want to come over for some pie?" And they go, "Yes, of course I will come over for some pie. That sounds like a great idea. That sounds fantastic. Let's do that." And then it turns out that you cook them into the pie, and they're not ready for it. Yes, that is exactly what happens. You know? I hope you never clean your wok. I do clean my wok because, like I said, I use it more as a pan. If I ate more like Eastern food and stuff, I would never clean my wok because I understand the keeping your flavors and stuff like that, but I use it for so many different sauces that it needs to be cleaned in order to make sure that I don't get like bits of curry in my shepherd's pie. Do you know what I mean? My genes know what shepherd's pie is. I'm glad to hear it. So shepherd's pie is basically mincy, saucy stuff and then spud on top. But with shepherd's pie, it's meant to be lamb. And then you've got cottage pie, which I believe is meant to be beef, and it's the difference between the two. I'm not entirely sure. Don't know. Speak to somebody who does actually know these things, you know? We were expecting a frying pan, nothing wrong with a good wok. I fucking love a good wok. How's it going, armpit lover? How you doing, friend? Alright, that's heating up nicely. And in a moment, this is gonna get real loud and sizzly, you know? Gonna get real loud and sizzly. How's it going, Saints Vargas? Long time no see. Sizzling! You know? I probably don't need that. Where are my delightful things? There we go. Make sure the oil gets all over my onions, my red onion, my white onion. And sorry, mushroom, ha 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 ha. Yeah, my mushrooms, yes. And of course the garlic gets really in there. Now I tend to put this on quite early on in the cooking process because it means that the onions have a chance to caramelize ever so slightly, where it goes brown on the outside, and it gets like a little bit sweeter. It becomes a little bit sweeter, which is what I personally love when it comes to these things, you know. How's it going, Owls? Ask Shepard if they want to go for a walk. Exactly. It upsets me, the pun that you just used there. However, it is true. It is true. Love my outfit, thank you very much.
Subscribe, Miss Kind.
Max Wattage gifted a tier 1 sub to Big Gay Bear 69. They had given 93 gift subs in the channel.
Max Wattage, you are far too kind, you glorious human being. Big Gay Bear 69, I shall now inscribe your name upon the mirror of vein. How's it going, Rebel Nay? How you doing, you beautiful human being? Thank you very much for the shout out for Rebel Nay there, Gen Rising. By having your name upon the mirror of vein, it means you get early access to all my YouTube videos, access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat, you cheek devil. And of course you get access to all the sexy little emotes, but the most important thing, you gotta roll over every morning, look in the mirror, and go, God, I look rough. But goddamn do I make rough look good. Ooh, huh, sexy, ooh, yes, meow, you know? Fortunately, I don't feel too bad about that because, I cleaned the floor like a day ago, so it's all good. How you doing, Rebel Nay? Cooking is one of your two main hobbies in life. I love cooking when it's for somebody else. When I'm like cooking for other people, you know. Personally, how's it going, David Dwarf? How you doing? I can't understand how you don't like mushrooms. It makes no sense. Mushrooms are delicious. I mean, it makes all of the sense because they're evil and sinful and deserve no aspect of my taste buds. I had a whole French press to myself this morning. Oh my lordy. Are you not wired? Are you not absolutely wired? Okay, the next thing we need is carrots. Couple of carrots. Give them a quick wash. Mainly because they've been in the fridge for a little while, and you know, I like to eat. Are you part of the LGBTQ? Yes. Yes, I am, Phobosin. You've been here before, you know this. You know this, friend. Mushrooms are slugs in disguise. I agree. Now, when it comes to the carrot goodness, I personally, again, don't like peelers. I don't like potato peelers or anything. So I skin my carrots in a fashion most dignified. Because it actually is just as easy, if not easier, than using some description of peeler. And boom, skinned carrot. Skinned carrot. You're trans? Well, welcome on in, Phobosin. Welcome on in, friend. do not judge people based on any such thing here. We judge people very much based on how nice they are as human beings, you know? I think I'm too sensitive for being for that game. I beat it, but I wouldn't recommend it to anyone with a soft heart. I think you are too sensitive for being for that game, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that at all. You definitely took it, like when I saw you were playing it, I was really excited because I remember all the puzzles and I remember how much I enjoyed the game and how fucking weird it was. But you definitely got far more absorbed into the whole storyline than I ever expected you to. I don't think I've ever recommended any games officially on your little recommendation thing before, but I never would have, if I had recommended that game, I would never have expected you to have jumped into it with all of the emotions like that before. Turn that down a wee bit. So they're caramelizing really nicely, as you can see. Slightly caramelized, slightly burnt around the edges. Delightful and amazing and glorious. And glorious. Just very quickly throw in me carrots, you know. What am I missing? What am I missing? You all support the LGBTQ a lot. I support people, but I support the LGBTQIA movement because of the fact that everyone deserves to be treated equally, and you should not be judged based on your gender or your sexuality or your religion for that matter, or you know what I mean. You should just be judged on being a human being, and you are allowed to do whatever the fuck you want with your body. In all aspects of that idea, you know? Go! Carrots, go! Turns out it takes me longer to cook things while I'm streaming than it does to, mainly because I'm doing multiple things at the same time. Now I personally just leave this in here for a little while for the carrots to get a little bit hard. They stay a little bit hard, but at the same time soften around the edges a little bit. All of it. Apologise in advance for this, but I'm watching Trump's speech, Andrew and the man is bigger idiot. Lone Wolf, first of all, don't apologise. You know better than that. You know better than that. So I mean, because I never bring up politics and balance stream again. I'm glad to hear it. I don't understand why you decided to tell us that you were doing that in the first place. Just because you were angry? I get that. Now, in regards to vegetarian mince and stuff like that, vegetarian mince stuff, I personally use soy mince, which is like a soya style thing. People, you can use corn mince. There's a load of different varieties and stuff out there. I use soy mince because I find that soy mince is much more of a sponge when it comes to flavors. I'm a big fan of flavor sponges, and this is very much one of them. And I'm just gonna load all of that in there. You know? It's dark for sure. Well-made game though. Wait for drop at least some of the food. I've already done it. I've already dropped some like onions, a little bit of the onions. It's all right. The next thing, like with this soy mince stuff, the real difference when it comes to the real difference when it comes to soy stuff over like or vegetarian stuff over like meat products, as I understand it, is that you have to add a little bit of water to it, the mince, whereas with like beef mince and lamb mince, because of the fact that it's meat, it has its own moisture already inside the mince itself. Whereas this has been freeze-dried sheep, you know? They're nearly ready. Bud's nearly ready. Bud's nearly ready. I would like to say that I use some kind of measuring jug in order to gauge what kind of the amount of water that I use on these things, but I just don't.
Little stalker.
Thank you very much for the follow, you delightful individual. Welcome to the cult of Vane, the home of hedonism and the most chef of varieties today. We don't normally do cooking streams, but it was asked for by the community, so how am I to refuse when they've been so kind to me, you know? How's it going, Bottled Up? How you doing? Me and the farm doing amazing Vegemins, really. A lot of fat, all the butter and olive oil. What's that? Whoa. I was never a fan of corn. Tesco dried soy mince is great though. This stuff, I love this stuff. I absolutely love this stuff. I swear by it as well. Like when it comes to different things and what have you. Right. Things that I need. What have we got? I have mystery herbs. Mystery herbs. Or herbs, because there's a fucking H in it. Because I was at some stage meaning to put labels on these things and never did. Okay. Butter. Yeah, we'll put some when we mash up the spuds. I tend to put milk, like a little bit of milk and a bit of butter in there, so mash it up and make it real creamy. Do you know? It is beginning to smell real good, friends. Real good. Mystery herbs. Mystery herbs. Deal with that later. Mystery herbs. I have another one. Yeah. Oh, yes. Lots of herbs, because I like lots of flavor. Sounds like this that I wish they had smell-o-vision, so you could actually smell the gloriousness that's coming off this, you know? And herbs done. Deal with them later. And OXO cubes! Now these are stock cubes, for those people that don't know what OXO cubes are. This is vegetarian stock. Delightful and amazing. Now, they come in little cubes. A lot of people decide to open them and then crumble them in, but it turns out that they have these little flaps for a reason. Turn that down a wee bit, so it's not going to cause burnage at the bottom there. They have these little flaps, look. Ooh, little flaps. How delightful. Now if I squeeze, oh, how amazing. It goes into the little form, and I can break apart the block without causing all of the ming all over the kitchen. I know. Exciting times. Like mystery herbs, I'm a big fan of it. Finally somebody else gets it. You only measure your cocktails, everything else is bits of this. Exactly, bits of this, bits of that. Oh, look at that. Nothing on the hands. Oh, it's there. Look at it. All in there. Now, for this amount of food, I will happily use 2 OXO cubes because I'm that kind of person. Guitar solo sound. How's it going, Taramel? How you doing? Cooking stream. Hello. How you doing? We're doing a cooking stream because we had a donation goal, and at the end of the donation goals, or have certainly recently been at the end of the donation goals, we do a I do a little like poll, a little vote thing to see what you people want to see. Do a nice little reward for you to say thank you for being so unbelievably kind to me. And this time it was very much a cooking stream. So now I'm cooking one of the things that I know how to cook, which is very rare because I don't know how to cook very much, if I'm honest with you. 2 OXO cubes, which are just like stock things. People make their own stock. I've got no idea how, so I use OXO cubes. Yeah. In a minute, we're going to get real controversial with people as well. Because I think that there's a certain thing that I do that really makes everything fucking phenomenal, but I know a lot of people have a real issue with it. But it'll be grand. Right. Best way to test used potatoes? Stick a knife in there. Stick a sharp knife in there, and if it just slides straight through to the bottom, they're pretty much done. Slide it straight through. Perfect. Amazing. That's what I do, friends. You know? Someone read the directions. Directions? What directions? What are you on about? People, as a reminder, if you have not taken your meds today, take them now. You're wearing a binder. Make sure that you are taking a couple of deep breaths, a little bit of salt, and don't wear your binder for longer than is recommended. Ever. Don't ever wear your binder for longer than is recommended. And especially, I think it was 8 hours that the babbling goat told us before. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. That's looking nice and stodgy now, which is what it needs to look. Nice and stodgy. Right, that can just sit and stew for a while. I need to get this big old bastard here. Okay, I'm gonna go off screen for a second because I need to pour this shit out. But don't worry, I'm still here. You can still hear me. Can you see the back of my head? Maybe. Possibly. Hello. So try and get as much water as possible out of your spuds. Give it a good shake. And drain it out again. So there's fuck all coming out. Yeah! That's the way it should be. Spuds. How do you spell potato, friends? S-P-U-D-S. That's right. Where did he go? Van is gone forever. Oh my lord. You're making me hungry. Good. That's the whole point of having these things, you know? If you're not 18, please leave. This is an 18 plus stream. Thank you very much for that, Zero. It is very true. It is an 18 plus stream. And yeah. And that is that. I'm going to take a moment to just clear some of this shit up. Move it out of the way. Because we're going to be needing stuff in a minute. Now that the spuds have been drained and they've got a wee bit of salt and a wee bit of pepper in there, I'm going to put a little bit more pepper in there because I fucking love pepper. I'm a big fan of the old pepper. I am going to do something that is very controversial to a lot of people. There's fucking herbs all over the floor. I'm going to take a teaspoon Delightful, delightful black teaspoon. Look at it, it's beautiful and amazing. Oh, glorious. And I'm gonna get some Marmite. Marmite is yeast extract, people, rich in vitamin B. You know? Marmite, smell, oh, it smells horrible. It's fucking vile. This stuff is vile by itself. It's absolutely horrible. This is very much the kind of stuff, it's a love-hate relationship. You either love it or you hate it. I hate it. I fucking detest it. It's absolutely disgusting stuff by itself. Tastes horrible, smells horrible, it's gross. However, when you put a little teaspoon in there, little teaspoon, about that much, into your food, this makes it the most tantalizingly, salivatingly good food you will ever experience. So like a heaped teaspoon into your food will make it all worthwhile. Gonna need multiple camera setups for the next cooking stream. You think there's gonna be another cooking stream? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I mean, really. I mean, really. And then just fold the Marmite round so it doesn't clump up too much. You know, we don't want clumps of Marmite because that stuff's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting, friends. Disgusting. Have some of this water. Tasty, tasty. Okay, so that's just going to sit there for a little while. I'm going to turn the heat off because then it can sit in its own little juices. And what I tend to do is make it into a little pie. Little pie in itself, you know? So nothing's sticking around the edges. It's just sort of like sitting there. So delightful. I mean, look at it. Looks gorgeous. Looks gorgeous. Fucking hell, it smells fucking amazing. Oh, God, I love myself so much. One thing you could do, which I have done in the past, I'm not going to do today, but I have done in the past, is you can add sweet corn in there. If you like sweet corn, it adds just a little zest, a little oomph for your flavors and stuff. I'm a big fan of it, you know. So it's gonna be this or MSG, and oh my god, Marmite in mash, bloody hell yeah. Oh, I don't know if I could deal with that. Looks like Nutella. It's definitely far from Nutella. It's far from Nutella. Put a little teaspoon in the Marmite, then replace it with some ice cream. It tastes spectacular. Putting ice cream in your shepherd's pie? Really? You'll put ice cream in shepherd's pie? That seems very backwards. That seems very backwards. You know? A lot of people put Marmite in gravy. I understand that because it thickens it all up. Marmite is a food spread made from yeast extract, invented by German scientist Justus von Liebig, and originally made in the United Kingdom. It is a byproduct of beer brewing and is produced by Anglo-Dutch company Unilever. And the product is notable as vegan source of vitamin B, including in supplementary vitamin B. Definitely, those things, yes. No, Zero, you take it easy. Looks like real meat, it does, you know what I mean? What am I cooking? I am cooking a vegetarian shepherd's pie, made with real vegetarian shepherds. As you can see here. In fact, to be honest with you, so far, everything that I've done here is vegan friendly. Everything I've done here is vegan friendly. The next thing I'm going to do is when it starts becoming non-vegan friendly. So the shepherd's pie, like the minced stuff itself and stuff itself, is all vegan friendly. The spuds and what have you is all vegan friendly. I have made this for vegan friends of mine. I use long life milk because I don't drink enough milk at all to make it worth me buying anything less than that. How's it going, Tiny Geek? I might better head. How's it going? Really, really good. Really, really good. Now, at this point, you can use, if you're a vegan and you want to do this entire thing but veganized, you can use like a vegan spread and like almond milk or I don't know the other types of milks that there are. I don't know, whatever. Just something to make it creamy. When I make this for my vegan friends, I tend to buy like a vegan spread and use that instead of like milk and butter. You know? So I put a wee bit of milk in there. And a big clump of butter. Oh, more wine's falling over. All of the wine falling over. Love Shepherd's Pie, this stuff's the absolute fucking tip. Mainly because I make it and I make it real good. I make it real good, you know? And then, get a big old spoon. And then just like you would an ice cream, get a big old clump of it. Throw it in there. Come on, you fuck. Let it sit and melt in there for a bit. And then you get mashy device. The device for the mashing, you know? That's not real meat. No, it's vegetarian meat. So this is like soy mince. You can use like corn mince and stuff as well, but this is soy mince. Just put cream and pile if you're doing ice cream. It's true. It's true. It's true, you know? You just mix it round so that everything gets a little bit of milk, a little bit of butter. It's got lots of salt and pepper in here as well for added flavour, so you've got that extra savoury goodness. If you're finding that it's a little bit too like or feels and looks a little bit too like powdery, just add a bit more milk and a bit more butter, and it will do its trick, you know. It will do its trick. See the foam that floats at the top of the beer when it's brewing, that's reduced down to mark mayo. Ew, that is grim. That is grim. However, like I said, when it's put into food, it's really fucking good. It just adds, it's kind of like adds an extra layer of flavour to everything, but not in like in a very savoury way, but not in a like Marmite overpowering bullshit way, you know? Is everything alright with the levels of sound, by the way, friends? Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me. Not even breaking utensils. Okay, maybe this breaking utensil is getting a bit too much for... What does Valentine need next? Valentine needs a good potato masher that isn't going to break every 2 minutes, you know? Why? 'Cause I gotta! Glory! Streamer on utensil violence. Definitely, definitely. I think that's pretty creamed up anyway, to be honest with you. Just checking the bottom because sometimes you miss the odd potato. The odd spud hides in the background. You're not expecting it, and then you end up taking a bite out of your food and it's just like, huh, like solid spud, you know? Harder! There are vegans that will eat fish. There are vegans that I know that refuse to eat any kind of animal because they think it's not right for anybody to eat anything that was ever like conscious, alive and conscious. And then there's other vegans I know that will happily eat like meat product, will eat animal products like eggs and stuff because they raise the chickens themselves and they know that the chickens are really well looked after and like given the best life possible, and they're okay eating stuff like that because they have done it themselves. They still consider themselves vegans because they're just sourcing stuff like naturally, you know, not naturally, but like from the most humane sources. Pokey pokey! Pokey cookie bigger than pokey! At this point, which is I think we might be alright with these. Nah, that's gonna be far too small. Is it? Oh, I suppose I could make like a little one like this, and then I could freeze the rest of it. That makes sense. That makes sense. Could definitely do that. You know. Have a good rest of the stream. Gotta go to work. No worries, Bobby. And you take it easy. You take it easy. How's it going, Neff? How you doing? Pescatarians, by translation, by meaning, a pescatarian is somebody that eats fish, but no other animals, you know? I was a pescatarian for the first part of my life until the day that I had to kill a fish myself. I went fishing, amusingly. I went fishing because I was under the impression, I was like, right, I will look for fish myself, and that will be grand and amazing and glorious. And then I will be able to cook them myself, because, you know, I'm a pescatarian, and that seems like a legit thing that I could do. And all will be good with the world. However, it turns out that when push comes to shove, I really couldn't kill it. I couldn't kill the fish myself. And at that point, I had to get my uncle to kill it for me, because it was in a really bad state. I was like a mercy killing more than anything else. But at that point, I gave up eating fish because I was like, if I can't kill it myself, then I don't deserve to eat it. Basically, you know. That tends to be the way I see it. How's it going, Kazam? How you doing? I also think it's right to make your own decisions. I wouldn't call it vegan. I think it's entirely right. I'm a vegetarian. I've always been a vegetarian. Like apart from when I was a pescatarian, like we just discussed. However, I would never judge anybody for eating meat. That's their choice. Do you know what I mean? If somebody wants to know the reasons why I don't eat meat and stuff like that, then that's up to them. We can talk about it. But I'm not gonna put my choices. I'm not gonna like preach my choices on them, because that's my decision, you know? You know? You know how it is when I shake my little tush on the catwalk. This is looking great. Now, as you can see, with this, what I've done, probably should have showed this before, shouldn't I, really? What I've done is I've made a layer of the mince down below, so that it's got like a layer of like the mince and the onions and the carrots and all that jazz, all the saucy stuff, and then I'm putting a layer of the spud over the top. Spud is potatoes, people. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, you know? And I'll talk about the ways that I do bits and pieces in a second. Lost some spud. Living for this. Looks great, thank you very much. Getting there, we're getting there. Now I don't normally cook. Like, because I have a tendency to not cook if it's for me. Like, if I'm cooking for other people, I will happily cook like something like this, probably more actually, because this will probably feed. Like, they say that like you'll get a portion like this, and people will be like, "Oh, it feeds 6 people," and I'm like, "There's no way." If you go to like a shop and buy a cake that's about this size, they'll be like, "It feeds 6 people." There's no way that feeds 6 people. This, as a meal, will feed 2. You know? God, that's actually really. Normally I use a bigger plate for this, but actually this is a really good size-wise. I need to remember this. Make sure you tuck into all the corners so that there's seals all the flavour into the mincy bit. You know? Try and level it out as much as possible. You know? Now. Deal with all this bit later. Wash the old hands now they've had spud all over them. Glorious. Now what I do at this stage, because I'm a bit of a, I'm a pretentious individual. Maybe you noticed. Maybe you realised that I was quite a pretentious human being. But we got to it, all right? Is I take a fork and I just make little rivety furrows in it, really. Like this. You may ask why I do this, and I will tell you why I do this. Because when you stick this in the oven, and like what I will do at this stage normally, if it's for me, is I would put like a layer of cheese on this, a layer of grated cheese, just all over it. You can see like the little specks of pepper in there as well, which makes it real good. I put a layer of cheese all over it, and it beautifully crisp over it, and it'd be glorious and amazing and what have you. However, if you're a vegan and you don't like vegan cheese or something along those lines, if you cook your shepherd's pie like this delightful thing here, if you cook your shepherd's pie like this and leave it in the oven like 180 degrees C, I don't know what that translates to in anything else. I think it's about gas mark 6, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. But when you do it and you leave it and you let it just bake and bake and bake for however long you need to bake it, what have you, the top crisps up and makes like a real thin layer of like a crispy goodness. And if you like furrow it like this, it means that it like curls up into like really nice like crisp bits that are very, very tasty and add to the overall experience of your shepherd's pie. You know? Add to the overall experience of your shepherd's pie. I will just put the end of this mince in this wee thing that I can put in the freezer in a bit. Then I can have a tiny shepherd's pie at some point, you know? Oh, it smells so good! Smells so goddamn good! I am still here. Be not. I have not wandered into the distance. Because there's a big fucking half a kitchen there, so, you know. Yeah, no. I'll leave this here for your food-based perversions, you know. How's it going, Arjun? How you doing? What we're making, exclamation mark menu is a good way of doing it, but we're making it a shepherd's pie, vegetarian shepherd's pie, which I have finally crafted myself. just putting some water into the old wok to let it soak for a little bit. You know? Forking the spuds, definitely. So yeah, vegetarian shepherd's pie. At the moment, it's... So, to recap on everything, peel your spuds, stick your spuds in your thing, and let them start boiling, because they take the longest to get round to everything. Then, slice your onions, 1 red onion, 1 white onion, and 2 clove and a half of garlic. Slice them all up, put them in a little bowl. Start frying your oil in your wok. I use olive oil because I'm that kind of person. Put that in there and let that, when the pan's hot, put that in there and let it crisp up so that it starts to caramelize around the edges. Then, skin and slice your carrots. Put them in there. Keep stirring your spuds around every so often to make sure they get a nice even boil on them. Put your carrots in there, put your Vegemins in there, put water in there, put your herbs in there, put your oxo cubes in there, which is stock for those people that don't eat. All this is vegetarians, all this is vegan so far. And then let it all cook in, and it's all grand and dandy, all fine and dandy. I put salt and pepper into both just because I'm one of those people who love salt and pepper. And then we had a spoonful of Marmite, which is yeast spread, friends. Yeast spread, which is nasty stuff by itself, but is absolutely amazing in food, in cooking and food and stuff. Especially when it comes to like a savoury dish like this. Then at that point, it's all vegan. You can mash your spuds like that, mash your spuds with some vegan spread or some almond milk or... What other milks do they have? What other milks do vegans have? All of my vegan friends, what other milks do you have other than almond? You know? 180 is gas mark 4. Thank you very much for that, Armpit Lover. I appreciate you letting me know, because I would have just been like, yeah, gas mark 6, it'll be fine. No, that'll crisp it too much, you know? I tend to do a lot of things at 118. That's a well-forked pie. It is about time I'm finished with it, god damn it. If you're under 18, please leave. There's an 18 plus stream. If you're turning 18 soon, we'd love you to come back at the time. 0. It's okay. You don't have to keep saying that, friend. You don't have to keep saying that. Don't worry. I appreciate you letting everybody know, but don't worry. You don't have to keep saying that. We've got that. We've got that down. Fear ye not. Fear ye not. We're doing this for 2 years. We'll be all right. We'll be okay. I'm mature for being 5. As long as your body has had 18 rotations of our sun, we're all right. Your physical form, you know. Potato milk. You can get potato milk. Can you get potato milk? Isn't potato milk vodka? You want additional entertainment, chat? Mute the tab and turn down your speakers to volume and watch violent gestures and movements. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? That is just rude. Rude is what that is. How's it going, Babylon? How you doing? The chef is hot in that oven. So tantalizing, you know? How's it going, Trollbear? How you doing? Just squish them and then the juice comes out and boiled into milk. Oh my lordy. That isn't that just like real starchy? Real starchy. Almond milk, soy milk, of course. Soy milk would probably work really well with this because, you know, soy mince and what have you. Coconut milk, rice milk, rice milk and oat milk. I've definitely heard of oat milk before, but rice milk? I've never heard that one before. Thank you very much, Jen Rising. So you can use any of those, whatever like the flavors that you like the most that you don't think is going to be. I feel like maybe an almond milk. Cashew milk would probably be alright. Cashew milk would probably be alright because you would it'd add the creaminess to it. But I feel like almond milk might be a bit too sweet. Hazelnut milk again, maybe too sweet. Oats and rice, I would imagine, will probably just give you exactly the same flavor of the potatoes, but that's just my imaginings, you know. How's it going, Dr. K? Use coconut milk yourself. Eat any of these that will add to that creamy texture, that creamy flavor and what have you. Just any of those would do. Any of those would do. You know. And that, I mean, this is only taking us an hour and a half. What I'll probably do now is
It's a raid. Flee! Flee!
tidy up. Ladies and gentlemen, all gents outside and in between, delve deep into your pits of popcorn and throw them at the raiders. Throw them at these cheeky devils. Look at these people coming in here. I mean, really, could you even imagine? Well, go on in, Sam the Bard. I'm a chef today. How's it going? You're a bard, I'm a chef. This is the way that it works. This is the way that it works. It's a bard, it is. And Sam the Bard is an actual bard as well, people. Sam the Bard is like an actual bard of, like, did the bard trials. These are all real things, by the way. These are all real things. Did the official bard trials and became an actual bard. You should all go over and click that cheeky little follow button for Sam the Bard. Because you're decent human beings like that. How's it going, Sam the Bard? How was your stream? What did you get up to? What did you get up to? Thank you very much for the shout out for Sam the Bard there, Gen Rising. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Come here, Kaleidoscope Vortex. Come here, Cheeky Devil. Come here, you. My lordy. Hello, you. How was your stream? What were you doing? Playing some Fall Guys. Oh my lordy. How was it? Did you win any? Did you get the crown? Did you get the crown? Skullbeer, if you don't have the popcorn emotes in the future, just for anybody who doesn't have the popcorn emotes, you can either put ! pipe and Nightbottle throw some popcorn out for you, or you can use the Twitch popcorn. There's a Twitch popcorn emote. We accept all popcorn here. We're a big fan of all popcorn, you know. Yes, people, we've just made ourselves a nice vegetarian shepherd's pie made out of real vegetarian shepherds. It's glorious. It's got soy mince and delightfulness. Smells fucking amazing. And I'm actually salivating a little bit. What I might do at this point, what I'll probably do is stick it in the oven. So I might just put the oven on and get it all ready. Love the nails, thank you very much. And thank you very much for the follow, whoever it was that followed. Oh, yeah, Dragon Bastille, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome to the Cult of Vane, the home of hedonism in the most chef of varieties. What I'm probably going to do now is I'm probably just going to clear up a little bit, and then we might make something else. I've plenty of... Do I have plenty of stuff? I got plenty of stuff. Do you want to keep doing cooking stuff? You want to keep doing cook stuff? Get the most out of your redemption, you know. Milk, wine, and milk. You know it. Because I never drink milk. Like I don't drink milk. See, these days I am very, very, very unlikely to consume any milk. But I have like long-lasting stuff just because. When people do come round, like when my parents come round, or people come round for socially distanced cups of tea, they like milk in their teas and coffees, and I don't. So I keep the long life stuff, just in case I have visitors, you know? Just in case I have visitors. Oh, by the way, people, if you're new here, but the two things you need to know about this channel. One, you're not allowed to apologize. Faux pas, individuals, faux pas. Instead of saying sorry, try saying thank you. Instead of saying sorry, I'm late, say thanks for waiting. Instead of saying sorry, I'm such a burden, say thanks for being there for me. It'll make you a more positive person. Two, this is not a PG stream. If you're under the age of 18, I have to ask you to leave. I am a colossal filth wizard. When I'm not a chef, I'm a colossal filth wizard. Alright? I'd run fetish nights and shit like that. I don't want to be accused of corrupting the young. So, please, if you're under the age of 18, come back when you're 18. You know, you'll be welcome back then. Made out of real vegetarian shepherds, you know it. And now I've got have a little priest stuck on the brain. I blame you. I don't even know why, but I'm game for it. Do you use sweet potato mash as a topping next time? It's amazing. I don't like sweet potatoes, Scorpion. I don't like sweet potatoes. They're all right every so often. But overall, I don't like sweet potatoes. So that kind of negates that for me, you know? I just move you over here. When was that done? Oh yeah, cool. Done. Make a dessert of some sort. I don't really know how to make dessert. I'm not a dessert person, you know. I'm really not a dessert person. What I will do is I'll just put that over here to cool down. Because then when it's cool, I'll stick it in the fridge. I'm debating now, people, about putting this in the oven. So if I put this in the oven, I'm gonna have to eat it. Which is fine, I don't mind doing that. It's cool, it's alright. But what I might do is I might just stick it in the fridge as it is. And then do it later. So what I would do in this case, like I've just said before, what I would do in this case, I would cover it in cheese. Probably some description of cheddar, because that's the kind of person that I am. And then stick it in the oven at about 180 till the cheese goes like a brown, like crisps on the top and goes browny. And then I would stuff it in my face like you've never seen. Great, it's amazing and glorious. John Wayne said apologizing is a form of weakness. I disagree. I don't think apologizing is a form of weakness, but I would say that people apologize too much. When it comes to apologies and stuff, basically, if you're apologizing, you should apologize for something that, like,
You little stalker.
if you're apologizing for something, you should accept that whatever it was wrong, and if it is something that you will go out of your way to never, ever, ever do again, like never do again, then you can apologize. However, if it's something that you're just like, oh, I'm really sorry, and then you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again, then don't apologize. Or if you say, I'm sorry, but. I'm sorry, but? Well, you obviously aren't sorry. You know what I mean? You got flour, sugar, and butter in? No. I've got sugar and butter in. I don't have any flour. I don't think. I got icing sugar, which is, I don't know how long that's been in that cupboard. No, I got sugar and butter, but no flour. Told you, I don't really make desserts and things. I understand that you get one murder, then you say sorry. Good. not quite, you know. Steps on someone's toes. Oh, thank you for putting your foot under mine. I would know more along the lines of, oh, I didn't see you there. I would say that if you stand on somebody's foot intentionally, then you're not sorry about it. If you stand on somebody's foot by accident, then you're going to go out of your way to try not to stand on their foot again, so you could probably apologise. Because you don't want to cause them pain. That makes sense, you know? That makes sense. What if you fall on your butt, and then you say, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't apologise to my butt. My butt deserves all the shit I put it through. How's it going, Commander Puckle? How you doing? You can do shortbread? I could, but I don't have flour. Good lord, what could I do? I'll have a think. I'll look around while I'm doing stuff. What I'll do is I'll put this over here for the time being. Move this stuff over here. Do a tiny little bit of cleaning up. Just because there's stuff everywhere. Do you know what I mean? And what I would do with this, by the way, people. So this is like the extra spud that you cheeky that is here. What I end up doing with the extra spud is potato, for those people that don't know, is usually make them into like little pancakes and make them into like my very own potato waffle type things. You can have with pies or whatever you need spuds with, you know. This didn't take me anywhere near as long as I was expecting it to, but, you know, that's alright. That's alright, I'm still here, people. I'm gonna cheek a little bit of washing up because Otherwise it piles up and becomes a real annoyance. You know? I'm back with you momentarily. In the meantime, I'll just keep talking to myself as if I'm delusional. Which, again, isn't necessarily untrue, but isn't necessarily the truth either. Looking out at the out this window, and there's somebody in one of the houses opposite me that's looking out their back bedroom window and seeing me dressed in a chef's outfit, wondering what the fuck is going on. You know? And do I care? Not one iota! Why should I care about having an amazing dress sense when I'm cooking things, you know? Sometimes you just gotta do it. Sometimes you just gotta do it. People will be very upset because I've just washed my wok, but I'm okay with that. Because my wok, as we've discussed before, is more of a pan than anything else. How's it going, Unicorn Mom? How are you doing? Do you have a cat? I do not have a cat. The cat to go into the laundry. No worries about the go. Thank you very much for the alert. The cat flap came with the house. The cat flap came with the house. Get this onion that I definitely walked into the floor like nobody's business. That's my little there. Nosy neighbours? Oh, definitely. My neighbours are like doubly nosy because I'm always doing something particularly interesting. Well, they certainly seem to think I'm always doing something particularly interesting. Like getting a dungeon, getting it all put in here, or doing some kind of like acrobatic-y, aerobic-y stuff in the back garden and putting up aerial hoops and stuff all over the place. Yeah, it's an interesting. I'm sure that I'm a nosy neighbour's wet dream, do you know? I lacked object permanence. If I can't see Valen, I begin to doubt if he was ever real. Oh my god, Commander Puggle! Oh my lordy! I'm real. Am I real? I'm real. Am I real? I'm real. Am I real? Who knows? What happens, do you get that when you're like, when you can't see someone's face? So if I turn around, does Valenvane have a face? Does anyone even know if Valenvane has a face? I mean, this is very interesting. Is it just pure ponytail? Is that what's going on? Is it like what? Who do we know? What happens if I move my arms like this? Does Valenvane even have arms? Is it just shoulders? Is Valenvane pure, unrefined shoulders and ponytail and nothing else? Does Valenvane exist from the waist down? That is the real question we've got to ask ourselves. That is the real question we've got to ask. You know? Yeah, I know. Double-nosed people called the X-Files team. All of those nosy people. All of them. This is the part of the cooking where the clothes come off, so... No. Cheeky devils. What do you like? What do you like? I'm actually quite surprised that nobody so far has asked me why I have a chef's outfit. Like, nobody has asked that. There hasn't been a single person that's been like, Mr. Vane? Well, not that I've seen. I have missed quite a bit of chat. What have I got in here? Wine, milk, wine. More wine, beers, always good. Eggs. Do some kind of eggs thing. Do fucked eggs on toast. There's not really the greatest. I have a lot of stuff because of the fact that I don't cook very often. I have a lot of stuff that I can make that like is already made. So all you really need to do is heat it up. You know, like pies and beans on toast and shit like that. I don't really cook very often. So I don't really think there's anything else I can make. You know? I'll just tidy up and chat shit to you for a while. You know? You figured you just like to roleplay? I like it. I mean, why not? Exactly. Speaking to me, ponytails impart your great wisdom. Oh, all of the wisdom. The great wisdom that I have is that you should always do things that make you smile. There you go. As long as it's all legal and consensual, it's grand. It's grand. I think it was one of the kinky cosplay things. I mean, nobody's ever asked me to be a chef in the old bedroom. No one's ever asked me to do that, but I'm not against it. I'm not against it. Okay, bye. Why have you got a chef's outfit? Oh, Max Wattage, I'm so glad that you asked. I'm so glad. It's nothing special, I'm gonna be honest with you. I did a show. I did a show that required me to have a chef's outfit, and the company that I was working for, half of their outfits end up in my wardrobe because they have nowhere to store them. So they just like, oh, take this with you, Val. Just we'll ask for this character again sometime, so take it with you and it'll be fine. Never ask for it again. So it's now just in my wardrobe. You know? It's the least weird thing you've ever seen you wear. That is a fair call. Definitely. That's something that we will be doing at some stage. I'm going to try and do it next week. So next week what we're going to do is we will look, because what we did before, we did one of the channel points things for the stream. And it was 69,000 points, which was far too few points. We hit, what did we smash it in 2 days? Which was ridiculous. Far too few points, but I have committed to making a jacket, to making a Vane jacket, because we all know how extravagant I like to be. But what we'll probably end up doing is next week, we will have a look at some different types of jackets so that I can pull together like some ideas about how I want to do it. But what I'm going to do is I'm also going to pull up a load of different color schemes and get you to vote on the color schemes. So you'll be able to like choose what kind of jacket I make. I'll make it and it'll be my inspiration, the way that I do things and stuff like that. But you'll get to choose the color scheme and the little styles and stuff like that. Little bits, you know? Little bits like that. Monday is no pants chef day. That's the reason why I'm standing here, so no one can see that I'm not wearing any. Anyway. Little bit of roleplay here. How's it going? How you doing, Sam the Bard? How was your stream? Was it all alright? We kind of just stood around now, waiting. Like, I will put the Shep pie on. I will put it on. Because, you know, it's not really a cooking stream if you don't finish the meal, right? It's the way this works. It's the way this works. Get some cheese! Vintage cheddar. No idea. No idea. Less than 24 hours? Was it less than 24 hours? Fucking hell, armpit lover. I vastly underestimated you. I vastly underestimated all of you. You know? Skizzers, Mr. Vane. Preheat your oven to 180 degrees centigrade. Also known as gas mark 4. Should we Google what is 100 and... 180 C2 phi. C2 phi. So 356 degrees Fahrenheit. There you go. I'm guessing that do American ovens work on Fahrenheit? Is that something that you do? How's it going, Talamir? Look, it's gone right. Well, that's just Valen. Had me fooled, right? I tried my best. So what I'm doing right now, I've got this amazing little thing. It's got a cheese grater on it and a little tub underneath it, so it catches all of your cheese. Oh my fucking god, right? I'm just gonna sit here, and hopefully this is slightly out of shot so that everyone thinks that I'm doing something really dodgy. Really. But if I do it like this, is it out of shot? Don't want to do it too close to my fucking laptop then. You have the exact same grater? Huzzah! They're so fucking useful. You know? Gotta go have bingo to attend? No worries, Talamir, no worries. No worries, friend, you go do your thing. It was great. We had some finished Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Miles Morales! That smells really good. Vintage Cheddar turns out to be really smelly and delightful. Miles Morales. Got to play some Fall Guys with folks in chat. How's the cooking going? Looking fierce, chef outfit? I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. Feeling good and looking good. Both of these things work for me, you know? Yeah, the cooking's going really well. We've just kind of finished it, really. It was vegan until the last steps, so we're making a vegetarian shepherd's pie, which is great. I know it's great because it's my recipe, so not that it's particularly complicated. That's the reason why I think I like it so much, is because it's not that complicated, and therefore easy to make, easy for other people to make, and tastes fucking amazing. If I do say so myself, which I do. You know? A bit more of this, a bit more. You have that grater too? No way. The popular one. I mean, they're popular because it's useful, so sitting on a lot of points more than your lips could handle. I mean, my lordy. I've got some ideas for what we can do with channel points. I've got some ideas for what we can do to spice up the channel point redemptions and stuff. One of the things that I want to do, and this is the only one that I'm really tempted to run by you all. The other ones I think are genius, so they're naturally going to work. But this is the only one that I think I'm going to run by you all, which is I'll wash my hands. If we did a channel point redemption, it'd be quite a high one. It'd be quite a high one because I would want it to I want it to be like a rare thing more than anything else. If we did like a channel points redemption of Val and Vane explaining things, so what we'd end up doing is we'd get a video, we'd get a YouTube video of like machinery or like the intricate workings of a photocopier or something, you know, the things that I don't actually know how they work. One of those things. And then we'd mute the video and I would explain to you how it works. Using inspiration, like purely improvised, using inspiration from whatever I see on the screen. You know? What do you think? Something like that. You'd be like, and here we have the stretchy arm thing that reaches over and grabs the doodahs, that, you know, something like that. I think it'd be quite entertaining. I feel like it'd be probably quite amusing. Sounds fun. Valen explains. Yes, explains. Explains everything. I'm a very good explainer. You know? Alright, me 2 seconds, people. I'm just doing a quick wash round. Because there's a lot of stuff going on over here that I could really do with just, well, making a little bit of space here and there, you know? Give a little bit of space. before I get into the next bit. It's always good to wash as you go when it comes to cooking. It means there's less you gotta fucking deal with. And I always find that that is a worthwhile endeavour. You know? Nobody seems to like washing up. I don't really mind it. But it's one of them things. It's easier to wash as you go more than anything else. You know? You know? The turbo encabulator, exactly. The turbo encabulator, as it rotates around the Flexor Weinbei Mark IV, naturally. Because no one would have a Mark III version, good lord. No one would have a Mark III version. I wish I could turn the camera around so I could see you all. Hey, look! Broken utensils, broken utensils. I'll deal with the broken utensils later, I think. Do that later as well. Glorious. Glorious. There we go. So we have we've made the thing. We've heated the oven. Try and make sure that the cheese is nice and even. Still cooking, but definitely not a veggie dish. I'm hungry. Are you saying that my veggie dish wouldn't satisfy your needs? I will have you know that this is it. So I've got a good friend. I've got a good friend who is my best friend. He's the guy that went to Austria and went snowboarding and had got in a snowboarding accident and lost his spleen. That one. We've talked about this before. The one that lost his spleen. He is I've known him since I was 4 years old, and he is a colossal meat eater. He loves meat. He's a big fan of the meat and eating it, putting it in his face, you know? To the point where when we were growing up, obviously I grew up a vegetarian, he grew up as a massive meat eater. He had a t-shirt that said, for every cow you don't eat, I'm gonna eat 3. One for me, one for you, and one out of the principle of the fact that you don't eat meat. Like massive meat eater. And he, fucking hell. This is the only meal. Me cooking shepherd's pie is the only meal. Like, we used to live together for like 6 years or something. But he would always come through when I was cooking shepherd's pie, when I was cooking the vegetarian shepherd's pie, and he would come and ask for some. Everything else, he was like, oh, that's gross. Oh no, why would you? Why? Do you know what you need in there? Meat. But this, he'd always come through and he'd peer around the corner and just be like, Are you cooking there, Val? What are you cooking? Is it shepherd's pie? And I'd be like, yes, it is, friend. Why? Do you want some? And he'd be like, well, I mean, if you've made too much, you know, if you've made too much, it'd be rude to waste it. So, you know, every time. Now with the base plate of prefabulated amulite. Exactly. I eat veggie dish, but I'm doing meat dinner. What kind of dinner are you doing? People, what would you say? Let's open out the food aspect of these things, shall we? Let's open up the food aspect. What would you say is your favourite dish? Okay, let's go with two. Your first one is your favourite dish overall. The first one's a favourite dish overall. Regardless of who's cooking it, it's just your favourite dish. And then the second one is your favourite dish that you can cook. Okay? So let's go with your first. What is your favourite dish overall? Of all of the things that you could eat, Like, what is your go-to thing? I think mine's naturally going to be pizza, just because I don't know how to fucking cook a pizza, but it's so easy. It has all of the flavors I could possibly need. It does its thing, do you know what I mean? Chicken tikka masala. How's it going, Bullshit? Schnitzel and schnitzel. What is in schnitzel? Anything that feeds? Schnitzel. Schnitzel. A schnitzel. Let's get rid of that. Made with pork or no, made with veal originally. Schnitzel is a thin slice of meat or vegetarian alternative like cheese, fried in fat. The meat is usually thinned by pounding with a meat tenderizer. Most commonly, the meats are breaded before frying. Okay, alright, and you can make that yourself. Where is my mouse? There it is. You like schnitzel? Anything that feeds, we can't be picky here. Really, Neff? There's just anything. Yeah, but if you could be picky. Alright, okay, Neff. If you could be picky, we're talking like ideal scenarios, ideal worlds and stuff like that, you know? Like, if you could be picky, what would it be? What would it be? I make my noodle dish with beef strips, prawn, cashew nuts, prawns, cashew nuts, broccoli, and chili. It's your current favourite. Overall, full English breakfast. Make myself an extravagant cheese board. I like an extravagant cheese board. I don't really eat that many cheeses. I'm not gonna lie to you. I find them, like, the flavours of a lot of cheeses are very overpowering for my delicate palate. I'll try them. I'll give them a try, do you know? But I much prefer, like, the creamier ones. Like, I think I've got some Jarlsberg in the fridge. Put this away, so, it doesn't go all hard and horrible like cheeses do. How's it going, Squeaking Cheddar? How you doing? Cheese board's very nice. Do you go all out, Sam? Do you go all out with like a cheese board with wine? Because naturally, the cheese board is all about that wine. What have I got here? Yeah, Jarlsberg. I fucking love Jarlsberg. But you know what, I'm gonna have some now. I'm gonna have some right now. Just a slice of old cheese. It's all good. It's all good. Mmm. It's creamy and delightful. Pork with cheese, fucking hell. I didn't have pork. Oh, in fact, you know what, fun. Here's a fun story. So this over here, this, my friends, this Delphos Sons and CA is a port. The Viney's vintage port, 1975. 1975 we got this. So, my granddad, on my mum's side, my granddad, bought this bottle of port when I was born. 15th of July 1987. Bought this bottle of port when I was born. And he saved it. Saved it in his loft. Hidden away. But it wasn't in his loft. It was in like a little cabinet in one of the the dining room. He bought this when I was born and saved it till I was 21 years old. And then when I turned 21, then he was like, Val, here is a bottle of port that I bought when you were born. And it was, I'd never had port before. I'd never ever had port before, but fuck my life, this was the greatest thing. It was so fucking nice. It was so nice. And naturally, no port has compared to it since, because you don't get, what was that, 1975? When did I turn 21? 87, 2009? 2008. 2008 I turned 21. So it was 30... Fucking hell, maths is not my thing right now. 33? 33 years old? Yeah, 33 years old this bottle pot was. Fucking insane. How's it going, Marty? How you doing? Jarlsberg is your favourite? I fucking love Jarlsberg. Big fan of it. Schnitzel, really sexy. Works well as a vegan variety too. As a meat substitute, since there is... It's all about the breading, okay. Mustard and horseradish, okay. How's it going, Squeaking Channel? We're talking best, like, favourite foods, because we were doing food things today. So naturally we're talking about favourite foods and things, you know? What we're cooking? We've just cooked a vegetarian shepherd's pie. So it was all about onions, carrots, using soy mince, or you can use corn mince if you want to, but I find soy mince absorbs the flavour more. And it's currently in the oven. Just crisping away, having a wild time, you know. You're not a fan of port straight, but with lemonade? I fucking love this stuff. I absolutely love port. I'm a big fan. I don't drink it very often though. It's very, very rare. Normally port's one of those things that I will actively save for special occasions. Just probably because it reminds me of my granddad. Do you know what I mean? Knife block thing I envy. Sad but true. This baby. This cost me a small fortune. I think this set of knives was like 120 quid, 100 and something quid. They are beautiful though, and they are so sharp. Fun story, when I first got these knives, I know that knife blocks, you know, that you put your knives in, are really unhygienic, because if the knife is slightly wet, then it just pulls at the bottom and like mold grows at the bottom of the knife block and ends up like infecting your knife. So I was determined that I wanted like a magnet strip knife block. But yeah, I got the knife when they first arrived. I was like cool, and I was trying to pop the little knife, the tiny little one. I was trying to pop the little knife through the like packaging, and it's like it was so sharp that it's like straight through all the packaging and straight through my finger. And I had it was like a really deep cut on my finger. It was nasty. Nasty, I tell you, nasty. How's it going, Dark Assassin Exterminator? How you doing? Must have been delicious. It was so fucking good, Soundbad. It was honestly like... I don't even know if this brand exists anymore. You know? Don't even know if they exist anymore, but I tell you what, if they do exist, like a 1975 bottle of port will cost an absolute fuck ton. An absolute fuck ton. Cogs are turning. Cheese is fab. Don't like goats or mouldy cheese except for brie. I find goat cheese very, very chewy most of the time. I find it very, very chewy. And we all know how I feel about mouldy things, aka fungus. There's no reason why you should ever have like a fungus on something. If something has got mold on it, you shouldn't be putting it in your face. If I get a slice of bread, and it's got like green bits on it and blue bits on it, I am not eating that bread. That bread is not going in my mouth. The same can be said for cheeses, you know? I feel. Are we cooking Roger? Definitely. Roger is the shepherd. Roger is the shepherd. We are making vegetarian shepherd's pie, and Roger is the vegetarian shepherd, you know? The other thing our kitchen doesn't have is decent knives. Got the only good one, which was bought for uni. And honestly, knives are something that I would strongly recommend. If you like cooking, knives are definitely something I would strongly recommend you invest in. They're really fucking good. And a shit knife, it's really obvious. Having used these knives now, and then like done cooking in other people's houses and stuff like that, it's really obvious when I don't have like my good knives, because things don't slice as easily. They don't like it's honestly the way it goes through anything is pretty fucking amazing. This is smelling really fucking good, by the way. Nearly ready. This is an unfamiliar scene. It certainly is, Marzi. It certainly is. This is my kitchen. It's my undecorated kitchen. It hasn't been decorated yet. All of these cupboards are going to be black, and then they're going to have copper, like a copper handles on them all. This work surface is going to be a lot more granity, and I'm replacing the floor entirely because the floor is disgusting. It's absolutely vile. But I don't spend enough time in the kitchen to really give that much of a fuck about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I was doing house parties a lot more often, because everyone goes to a kitchen at a house party. Everyone goes to a kitchen at a house party. I feel like if I was able to do more house parties, there would be more reason to decorate the kitchen. But at the moment, I have other things to worry about, you know? Other things to fret over when it comes to decorating and stuff. Penicillin is worth it. Psilocybin. I got no idea. What are you on about? What? Is that some kind of, like, hunger disease, belly problems, stuff? I think my vegan marinade is probably the one I'd cook if I was cooking valid. Bit spicy though. I do love spicy though, Nosferatu. I do love spicy. I am a fan of the spice. I do like the spiciness. Like if I we had a choice today as to whether I was going to cook my veggie shepherd's pie or if I was going to cook my veggie Mexican, because the veggie Mexican is the other dish that I tend to cook for other people, and like Mexican fajita style things, and that we ended up going with veggie shepherd's pie because I'm a big fan of it, and I will happily sit and eat that for the next 3 days. But yeah, actually I was tempted. When I was looking in the freezer, I was like, oh, I know, I'll cook the veggie Mexican as well! And then people can get all of their fix and never have to get me to do a bloody thing ever again, and it'll be great. And I don't have to worry about cooking again for people. But it turns out I don't have the relevant ingredients I need to make the Mexican stuff just yet. But maybe we'll do that some other time if you want another cooking stream. Do you know what I mean? We can do it. We can do stuff. If people enjoy it and people keep requesting it for rewards, chat rewards and stuff, then I might even delve deep into making other things that I am unfamiliar with and I don't know how to do. You know? Get my little sister to come down and teach me how to make cakes or something. You know? Gravy is not in the middle of the bread, then toast it. Waste not, one not. Just put it in the bin, get more bread. There will be no waste not, one not, because when the bin gets taken out to land heaps, it'll either be turned into compost, which will be used to fertilize other things, or the rodents of the world will eat it. It's not like microplastics, do you know what I mean? Blunt knives can be more dangerous because you are more likely to slip when you cut. I agree, yeah. As long as the kitchen is clean, it's okay when we aren't that much on it. Yeah, my kitchen is... The only thing that ever really piles up is the washing up. But like my surfaces are always wiped down because I'm quite anal about it. When I was a pharmaceutical auditor, we had to do like microbiology catch-ups every 6 months to a year, and having done that and realizing what can grow in your house, I'm quite careful about my sides, making sure they're relatively clean and my oven's clean and stuff. The only thing that really builds up is the washing up, but that's because there's not that much of it. It would be easier if I just did it as I went, but because there's not much of it, I'm like, it's alright, I can just stay there till I come to wash up tomorrow, and then I'll do it. And then like 3 days have passed, and I'm like, okay, there's 4 plates here, and there's an issue. But I don't think it ever goes longer than 3 days. I'm quite clean as a human being, do you know what I mean? Quite clean as a human being. How's it going, Zara Zodiac? Can we get a shout out for Zara Zodiac, please? If I have any mods around, they might be doing other things like working and stuff like that, you know? How's it going, Zara Zodiac? We are cooking a vegetarian shepherd's pie made out of real 100% vegetarian shepherds. You know? It's currently in the oven. We've pretty much cooked it now. currently in the oven. It's just crisping up and looking beautiful and what have you. Working Pat, how you doing, Bennett? It's alright, I can do it myself. I can do it myself. People go check out Zara Zodiac. Zara Zodiac is a glorious human being. He's also playing Grounded with us on Friday with Dapper Dame and Local Snack Preferences. Amazing human being. Very much appreciate her face and her murder. And also her guilt at the moment. I'm appreciating the guilt that she has for recommending a game that is an amazing game, but that somebody didn't like. That somebody didn't like, you know? It's an active component in certain types of shrooms. Oh! Why would you even bring mushrooms in here? Why would you even do that? Why? Got a stunning Villeroy and Botch frying pan the other day. Ooh, my. Ooh. Stream room, kitchen. I prefer the stream room, personally. I do a hell of a lot. I pretty much live in the stream room at the moment, which is the reason why I'm really looking forward to moving everything into the new studio when it's finished. Because I feel like it's going to open, I'm going to feel a lot more open, a lot more comfortable. Whereas the stream room that I'm in at the moment is great, it's fantastic, but it's just, it's like a little corridor. The way that the room's set out, it's kind of like a corridor, and I don't like it. It feels like a mid room, like a space, like a, you know, like big vaulted hallways where you walk in, you're like, ah, this is a vaulted hallway, and then you go into another thing. Nobody hangs out in the hallway, do you know? Nobody does that. Nobody hangs out in the hallway. But yeah. Got to the point I stream mop once a week. Oh, you steam mop once a week. No more, as it's just not worth it. I get that. I get that. I have got a great mop and stuff, but I will probably not. Like, I'll mop up every month. Yeah, probably once a month. I'll hoover every week, or sweep up every week. If there's a reason why, like if I've spilt food on the floor like I have done today, then I'll mop up. But generally speaking, I'm quite a cleansing drill. Shh, shh, Zara, shh, shh. Didn't say anything. Nothing happened. It was all fine. It's all good. When I say clean the kitchen, I forget the floor part of the kitchen. Oh yeah. Why? Why? To fly, of course. I mean, is flying really worth it? If flying meant eating mushrooms, I don't think I'd do it. I don't think I'd do it. Mushrooms are not worth the ability to fly. There are certain things I feel like there would be. It would be worth the ability to do, but flying is not one of them. Reading people's minds would probably tempt me to eat a mushroom, but generally speaking, I'm using a towel because I don't have any oven mitts, because I never, even when I owned oven mitts, which I have done in the past, even when I owned oven mitts, I never used them. I just used towels, so I didn't see the point, you know? Right, welcome back. Cleaning stream? You want to see me do a cleaning stream where I hoover and dust shit? Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Is that what you're after? I mop it when it looks dirty. I wouldn't say that's quite enough, if I'm honest with you. Just because I know what grows in a kitchen, you know? But I understand the mentality behind it. Oh. Oh ha ha ha! Now, go on, you bastard! Motherfucker, this smells so good. Friends, let me see if I've got the towel to pick this up. Well dressed as a French maid. Where we're moving to, I missed it. So we're just moving. Well, I'm saying it's the same house that I'm staying in, what have you. I'm just decorating another room that is hopefully going to be a much better studio space for doing all of the not only the streaming side of things, but also like YouTube videos and stuff like that. It means I'll have like a dedicated space that'll be just for streaming, as opposed to what it is now, which is like a living room, part living room, part stream room, part corridor, part, you know, it does a whole load of different things, you know what I mean? For the first time in my life, I'm being sort of adequate at keeping the household, because I follow a schedule from the 50s housewife book. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I love that. Years ago, you got a Villeroy cutlery set from a 60-minute makeover. My cutlery set, I really like so I've got a Fox Ivy cutlery set, which is like all my cutlery is like a really nice black colour. I really like Fox Ivy stuff. I really like the Fox Ivy stuff. 100,000 channel points and Valen comes over to clean your house. What? What preposterous concept is this? Oh. Okay, people, so this is it. Here we have it. The finished article. Look at it. Beautiful. It's crisp and golden and beautiful on the top. Fucking hell, it smells so good. Like, I've actually got saliva in my mouth. There's actually saliva in my brain pan. Like, just... God damn! So yeah, this is a veggie shepherd's pie, people, made with real vegetarian shepherds. And it's glorious. And up until the last sections of it, it's actually completely vegan as well. So, if you have vegan friends, or you are a vegan yourself, you can check this out. What I might do is I might slice into it, and I might grab some and put some in my face, because, you know. Yeah, I know. I actually thought about doing a clean with me stream. My lordy. And I was thinking the French maid outfit, broke pair of I will be on board it. I've got a French maid outfit upstairs somewhere. Somewhere.
Oh, you followed me. Ooh, you little stalker.
Thank you very much for the follow, you delightful individuals. I won't call you out, just in case you are lurking. I don't want to out any lurkers, but welcome to the Cult of Vane, the home of hedonism in the most chef of varieties today. We don't normally do chef, but today I'm feeling it, you know? Today I'm feeling it. I figured if we're going to do a cooking stream, we should probably dress as a chef. You know? You want some? I'm not fucking surprised. I am salivating. I actually haven't eaten today as well. So, it's definitely adding to the salivating capabilities of it. You know? But this is what I mean. So, you see where it's like... I don't know whether you can see that. But... You see how when I put the fork in before and made it all grated and it's like peeked into that. See if I can grab some so you can see what I mean. Oh god, it smells so good! Fuck me. Why am I so good, people? Why am I so fucking amazing? God, I wish I was someone else so I could love me even more. This is the best way to look at this. So it's like that. So you can see, like, you see where it's like grated here. So I've when I put the spud on top, when I put the potato on top, I ran my fork down it like this, which meant that it had these little peaks and troughs, which means that the potato was actually like crisped on the peaks and stayed soft on the troughs, and it's just like. Oh. Why do I not cook for myself? Why do I always feel the need to cook for other people? Why do I not just make this, something like this, and go, do you know what, that's going to feed me for the next week? You know? Got the oil slick out of cutlery? No, really not. How's it going, Lancelot? How you doing? We've just made this. We've just made this amazing vegetarian shepherd's pie made with soy mince. You can make it with corn mince. You can make it with other stuff as well, but I personally prefer the soy mince because it is a sponge for flavors. But fuck me, I don't normally do cooking streams, by the way, people. So if you've come in here expecting that I'm going to be teaching you how to cook, you're very much in the wrong place. You know. So what's in a vegan shepherd's pie? So, potatoes, boiled potatoes so they get nice and soft. Dice a red onion, white onion, and a clove and a half of garlic. Fry that up so that it gets nice and caramelized, you know, so it's like crisp around the corner, like getting a little bit brown around the corner. I fry it in olive oil, but you can fry it whatever you want. Because that, when it gets a little bit crisp around the corner, when it gets a little bit brown around the corner, it brings out the sugars inside the onions, and it makes everything just a hint of sweetness to it. Skin and slice up a load of carrots, put them in there, stir them round so that the carrots get a little bit soft on the outside but stay quite hard, got like nice firm texture. Stick your veggie mince in there, or like your corn mince, or I use this veggie meat-free soy mince, which is vegan friendly. Add some water because that stuff needs to be added to water, which you don't have with a lot of like meat minces. You don't need to add the water, whereas that stuff's like flash freezed. So you add that stuff in, tear it all around, add your herbs, add your oxo cubes, which is like stock cubes. We have like vegetarian stock cube, like this, delightful. And also add a little teaspoonful of this stuff, which is marmite, which is gross by itself, but makes every savoury dish taste fucking phenomenal. Then all of that is vegan. All of that is vegan friendly. Everything that I've done so far is vegan friendly. You could then just mash up your potatoes and put them in as they are, or you could add almond milk or oat milk or cashew milk or whatever milks that you have that are vegan friendly. You can put them in there, put some vegan spread in there, make the potatoes real creamy. Then you put basically, like we have done here, you put a, let's just show you. Oh, cheeky. So as you can see, like there, don't know what you can see. Find out in a second. You've got like a layer of the minced stuff. You've got a layer of the minced stuff, and then a layer of the potato stuff over the top. I put salt and pepper in it all because I fucking love salt and pepper. Cheeky. Especially in the potato, because it really adds a little zing to it. And then comb it with a fork. So you make like little troughs. So, oh. Fuck me, it's so good. So yeah, you plow it. You almost plow it like you would, like a farm would. Do you know what I mean? So you got like peaks and troughs, and the peaks go like real crispy and beautiful, as I showed you before. Fuck, that's so good. That is really fucking good. And then set your oven to 180 degrees, which is gas mark 4, and 180 degrees centigrade, Celsius. 180 degrees Celsius. Gas mark 4, or 356 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know. I work with Celsius. Preheat the oven. Then, if you want to put cheese on it, you can put cheese on it. I put cheese on it because I'm that kind of person. I like cheese. And stick it in there until it starts to look like this. Till it goes a little bit golden brown, looking gorgeous and amazing. And hey presto, you've got a phenomenal fucking meal. The other things that you can add with stuff like this, a lot of people add like red cabbage, which is like a pickled red cabbage type thing, which adds a little zing to meals like this. That's another thing you can do. No? We'll put the recipe on Dixod, please. Yeah. I will have to type it up, and it won't be precise. It won't be precise because I never use precise measurements of anything. I just kind of throw it all in there, as is evident. Do you want me to do people want me to highlight the? Do you want me to highlight the stream? Would you like me to highlight the stream so people can go back and watch it? It only takes about an hour to make. It doesn't take like a maximum amount of time. Dirty Veggie, you fucking know it, Oren Burns. However, you also know how fucking good this tastes, so, you know, your brother, like, this is the only vegetarian meal your brother will happily consume. Oop, cheeky. Glad to hear it, Lancelot. That looks amazing. It tastes amazing. It tastes really fucking good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't cook for myself very often, because I like to cook for other people, and normally I don't really have the, well, not that I don't have the time, I just don't make the time to be able to make food like this myself. But like, the carrots have still got a little bit of bite to them, which makes it all the fucking better. Still full of flavour, you know? Rest of the stream is eating the entire thing. I would explode. I could probably, like, I would probably eat a half of this. Normally, I'd probably eat a half of this. But I'm not going to do that now. You know? Don't know how to cook, you probably boil the water wrong. Could you imagine? You'd be alright. The thing about cooking, I find that the thing about cooking is a lot of people fear it. A lot of people are worried about cooking. And they go, oh, I can't cook. And they're so by saying that they can't cook, they convince themselves that they're not able to do the things, and therefore won't try and do it. You know? Like, my parents, like, forced us as children to cook. And I'm glad that they did. I'm glad that they did, because it meant that we had we formulated the basic knowledge to be able to cook properly. Like, it wasn't stuff like that. It started with stuff like beans on toast. It started really, really simple, and as we got more confident cooking stuff, they spiced up the recipe a little bit. And I learned a lot of this stuff from my parents, but at the same time, like, this specific way of doing things, like, sometimes I had sweet corn and stuff in there. It's about taking the stuff that is already there and making it better. Making it your own, do you know what I mean? Do you ever make it with brown lentils? So before, when I was a kid, we used to make shepherd's pie with brown lentils all the time, and I hated it. I fucking hated lentils when I was a kid. When we started doing it with mince, like the veggie mince stuff, I loved it so much that it's definitely easily one of my favourite dishes now. And it's definitely the one that a lot of people, like, when people come over and I cook for them and stuff like that, the shepherd's pie is one that's requested a lot. Which I'm more than happy with. More than happy with, you know? But in regards to cooking, I think, like, if you are ever tempted to do, always do it. If you're ever like, do you know what? I wonder if I could cook something like this. Go on YouTube. Find a YouTube video of people cooking, you know? Look, fucking hell, if you want to cook something like this, go on the VOD. If you want me to highlight the VOD, I can do, yeah. I'll highlight the VOD if you want to go back on it. I'll cut it down so that it doesn't have any of the beginning bit. It just literally goes from when we start cooking to when we finish cooking, so it doesn't have all the extra shit in it. And yeah, I'm happy to do that. You're not gonna give us any? Yeah, sure. Look, come here. Come here. There you go. There you go. Look. There you go. Oh, isn't that tasty? Isn't that tasty? It's good, isn't it? Yeah. Real good, isn't it? Yeah. Mmm. So fucking good. Marmite is the bloody devil. I agree. I fucking hate Marmite. I absolutely fucking hate this stuff. It's grim as shit. It tastes like tongue punching the devil's fart box. It is nasty, nasty stuff. However, it does make, like, if you put like a tiny spoonful in a massive amount of, so we had a wok full of this Vegemins stuff, this Vegemins mix, and I put like a teaspoon, like a heaped teaspoon into it, mix it all around, and that has hugely accentuated the flavor of the entire meal. Yeah. You need to stream you cooking and then somehow make it for